How are we doing, guys? I hope we're well. Back with another video, and today we're going to look at the Adidas Adipower Forged. Okay guys, so today we're going to split the video into two different sections. The first section we're going to look at the spikeless model, and then the second section we're going to look at the spiked version. Okay, so first off, the spikeless version. So you have a neoprene type Climastorm upper from Adidas. Kind of moves into more of a material based upper around the back heel, and you've got some heel support going on in there as well. It's quite stiff in there, really gets your heel set in so it doesn't move around at all when you're playing, walking, hitting shots, whatever you're doing. Your heel stays nice and intact in there. You do have half length boost at the back of this shoe. Really nice heel support. You move into Adidas's bounce technology in the front of the shoe. The bounce technology is not quite as squishy as the boost, but still provides great comfort when wearing the shoes. So moving on to the underside, guys, you have a Pure Motion Adidas traction sole. I mean, it's kind of really just looks like an AstroTurf football boot that you would have had back in the day. They really did the job, really traction wise. I didn't feel like I was going to slip around at all. Kind of surprised me. I thought I might do. The studding on the bottom is not as sort of harsh as a Pro SL stud, so I kind of didn't really know how I was going to do with regards to keeping on my feet, but I can confirm I did stay upright for the whole day, which was very nice. I didn't really feel like I was going to slip at all. Moving around to the inside of the shoe, guys, you do have some really nice cushioning on the inside. One problem I do have with the inside of the shoe is you do have like a really thin tongue. This tongue is, I don't know if you can see it a little bit better there, but this tongue is very thin. It just means that your top of your foot and the laces kind of come into contact a little bit too much for me. I'd like that a little bit thicker, but hey, it's just me. It's not the end of the world. The shoe is still very comfortable, but I would just have liked a slightly thicker tongue. My take on the shoes, guys, I was a big fan of these shoes. Now, aesthetically, they're not the best looking shoe that I've ever worn. When I was wearing them, I did feel like I'd worn better looking shoes, but certainly from a comfort perspective, they are one of the most comfortable shoes I've ever worn. And that's kind of saying something. I get a chance doing this, I get a chance to wear some really comfortable, really nice golf shoes. And they were just some of the most comfortable shoes I've ever worn. And I was kind of surprised, if I'm honest. And it goes the same with the spiked model. They were very comfortable. When I wore these, I put them with a Hugo Boss jumper, a nice pair of trousers, and they kind of, for me, really do fit a slightly sportier look. Some of the Adidas kind of go-to jackets like this one here, if I was going to kind of put these shoes with anything, I would definitely put them with more of a sportier outfit. Something that bugged me about the shoe, you do have this pull tab on the back here. I don't know why this shoe needs a pull tab. I think, you know, some of the Adidas shoes that do are the Tour 360 knits. They do definitely benefit from having a pull tab helping to put them on. But for me, it's kind of the pull tab's a little bit lost on these. But still, that's a real nitpicky thing to not like about the shoes. Overall, really, I can't fault the shoes too much. From a comfort perspective, as I've mentioned, they were absolutely brilliant. So that's the spikeless model, guys. Moving on to the spiked. Okay guys, so here is the spiked model, and aside from the fact that this has got spikes, there are a few changes compared to the spikeless model. So this upper is still fairly similar, although it's kind of a little bit more sort of plasticky, leathery type feeling compared to the more neoprene upper on the spikeless model. And then you do move around here into the same ribbing as you get on the spikeless model, but it's just kind of not quite as materially as a feel, but it's kind of a little shinier, but still not kind of a leather at all. The heel support on this is on the outside, not the inside of the shoe. You do still have the half-length boost as well as the bounce sole. This time it's integrated with a spiked sole and a kind of fairly similar looking traction on the underside, but just with the added benefit of spikes. These are certainly more plasticky on this one here. The spikeless model had more of a rubbery feel on the underside. The tongue is still the same on this one. It's still a very, very thin tongue. I would like a slightly thicker tongue. And then the inside is a little bit different to this. This one here has more of a leather feel to the inside. Certainly more of a premium feel. And comparing these two in price, there's only about £10 difference really in the price. The spikeless model is sort of around the £95 mark. These ones here around the sort of £105, £110 mark. So, you know, the leather on the inside definitely makes a big, big difference when it comes to kind of how premium these shoes feel. These shoes, the spiked model, feel a lot more premium compared to the spikeless. But then the spikeless for me was slightly more comfortable. These are still very comfortable, but just not quite as comfortable as the spikeless model. Now, full disclaimer out there on these, I've not worn these for a full 18 holes, as you can see by the fact that the sole is very, very clean. I've worn these a lot around the golf club. I've worn these hitting balls a ton. I've walked around loads in them, so I feel like I'm still fairly qualified to give you an accurate kind of representation and a review on how comfortable they are and what they're like. And I'm a big, big fan of these shoes. From the minute I went to Adidas and they showed me these shoes for the first time, the guys told me a lot about sort of the tour wear on these and how much Justin Rose loves them. And wearing these, I could certainly see why that is. They are certainly, these are, as well as the spikeless model, are some of the most comfortable shoes I've ever worn. I don't say that about any other shoe, although I've worn some pretty comfortable shoes recently, so if you go back and watch some of my videos, I'm sure I've said that a fair bit in the past, but I do really mean it with these. These are some of the, not that I didn't mean it with the other ones, but these are definitely some of the most comfortable shoes that I've ever worn. These ones here, funny enough, don't have the pull tab on the back. Why? Someone could tell me, that'd be great. I don't know why the spikeless do and the spiked don't. Weird, but hey ho. But to summarize, guys, these shoes are a big, big hit with me. I'm going to be wearing these shoes a ton. Maybe not these ones until the weather gets a little bit better in the UK at the moment. Although we've not had too much rain recently, it's still fairly muddy out on the majority of golf courses, certainly I'm playing. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you don't currently subscribe, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It does mean a lot. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and do comment in the comment section below. If you own a pair of these, if you're a massive fan of these, do drop me a comment in the comment section below. I do really enjoy reading your comment. If you enjoyed the video, big thumbs up. Thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you very, very soon.